Hi Riley, Becky Leana here with Gray Owl Marketing. We spoke today and I did promise you this video, so here it is. I will keep it brief, but I did just want to show you 3 tips you can use today to bring in more customers to your business. Because I know that in the world of the internet, local business owners are just too busy running their own business to keep up with how the internet can really work for them and benefit their business. So as you can see here, I do have your website pulled up. I understand it is kind of built by Allstate, but you might be able to put in some recommendations. The first thing I noticed is a lot of opportunity for a call to action here, so that's really fabulous. Love pictures in there and some scrolling here of the content. But the first thing you want to know when you're trying to optimize with Google is that Google really wants to see at least 1,500 words on the home page. And you guys do have a few hundred words here, but not nearly enough to optimize with Google because content is king with Google. This is a key factor in Google's formula when they decide which sites to rank higher than others. And Google really likes to see a high quantity of information, but not only that, a high quality of information. So you want your business to show up on page 1 when your customers are searching on Google, right? So what I did here is I just put your site into a tool that we have here called Ahrefs, and you can see your site here. And this is kind of a dashboard of what your online presence looks like here. And as you can see here, you're ranking for quite a bit of few words. So if you just click on here really quick, we can see the words that you're ranking for. Allstate near me, definitely a good one to rank for. It's getting searched quite a bit and you're ranking #1 for these. So these are good buyer intent keywords. It all depends on where me is. So it depends on the area you're in. And if I just look at, interesting enough, Allstate Hawaii, you're ranking #1 for Allstate Hawaii. So that's interesting. But it's probably because this is a website off of your company's Allstate's website. So they're doing a good job of ranking in certain areas. So you want to think about what would be 2 or 3 buyer intent keywords for your area, put them on your website so that you can optimize for that. You might also want to consider having multiple service pages for all the different services that you provide here and optimizing those pages with buyer intent keywords as well. So again, for example, I put in a buyer intent keyword that is local to us, and I put in motorcycle insurance Atlanta, which is getting searched 100 times a month, which is quite a bit of traffic. 1,200 customers a year that you're missing out on by not ranking for this keyword. And I'll just show you an example of how people search. When they put in a keyword here, there's kind of 3 sections to the first page that you want to think about. First is these ads right here. So you can see, Progressive and Geico are ranking in these ad section right here. And a lot of people will click the first thing they see, and ads are great for that. Obviously you pay for them, but you got to be careful about how you build them because if you don't, they could be a real money pit. But again, some people click here, but a lot of people just scroll right past the ads to this section, this second section here, which is what we call the map pack. And these are the top 3 companies that Google's finding confidence in to rank them here in this section. And people even scroll past that to this section here, what we call organic traffic, and you could rank here in this organic traffic. So it would be advantageous to rank both in this area here as well as this area here so that you're maximizing the amount of traffic that you could get to your website. Now, about 40% of all traffic does hit in this section right here. So you're probably asking yourself, how can I optimize this section here? And there's lots of different ways to do it, and I'll show you a few. But the key factor is your business profile, your Google business profile, which I've pulled up here, and you can see on the side here. And again, you really want to grow and build your Google business profile. And given with your Allstate, this might be the best place for you to optimize your local traffic. And there's lots of different ways you can do this. And I'll show you a couple here. Of course, first is Google reviews, which are really important. I see you have 21 here, so great that you've got quite a bit of reviews, and you have 4.5 stars. So continue to optimize that and get as many reviews, ideally 5-star reviews as you can, and build that positive image. The second element that I'll talk about is what we call the NAP, which is your name, your address, and your phone number. You want this to show up in multiple directories across the web so that you have a large footprint across the web. So obviously think about on your website, your profile, your Facebook page. Think about areas like Yelp or Yellow Pages, White Book, City Star, and so on and so forth. Try to get your name, address, and phone number in multiple directories. But the critical thing you need to think about when doing that is being very consistent. You want it to match exactly to what your Google business profile says, because Google is a computer, so it likes to see it matching exactly, and it wants to know that when people are searching different platforms, they get the same information on all those platforms. The last thing I'll say is you have a ton of great pictures here. So you want to think about saving those pictures on your hard drive as buyer intent keywords. So for example, motorcycle insurance Atlanta, you want to save your pictures as that so that when you're uploading it and Google's crawling your website, it's going to pick up those buyer intent keywords. And then lastly, you want to use geotags so people know where to find you. Because Google likes to see not only what type of work you're doing, but where you're doing it. So again, when people are searching for similar things, you'll show up in those searches, right? So again, if I go back to my example of motorcycle insurance Atlanta, which is getting 100 searches per month, you can see that your #1 competitor is acceptance insurance. And so you probably want to think, well, how do I get in that spot? Another element that's really important to Google is your online reputation. So companies' site authority, if you will. And this again on the dashboard right here is a numerical value of what your site reputation is. And this is driven by your referring domains and backlinks. So your site reputation is only a 14. We do like to see it above 20, if not 30, 40. I would have expected to see it quite a bit higher with Allstate. The DR number is pretty high, and that's likely because of the Allstate is pushing that from a lot of their home websites. But you can see you have quite a bit of referring domains, and these referring domains are pushing these backlinks to your site, which is good. And you want to keep in mind that not all referring domains are created equal. Some are more relevant than others, and the relevant ones are the ones that are giving your site strength. So you can see here, even though you have over 12,000, only about 9,599 of them are giving your site authority. So Google's only saying that this many are relevant to what you do in your business. So keep that in mind. And again, like I said, when you type in this is your #1 competitor. So I brought up their website. You can see it here. Not a bad website, but again, a great opportunity to optimize the quantity and both the quality of content they have. They have quite a bit more than you, but you could blow them out of the water and do 2,000, 3,000, and Google will be very happy with that. So again, I just wanted to pull up a little side by side with your #1 competitor. You can see you're not too far off from a ranking standpoint. You are getting quite a bit more traffic, but again, this is probably picking up your homepage traffic, not just your site specifically. And thinking about their referring domains, they don't have a lot of referring domains, and they don't have a lot of them that are relevant ones. So with some tweaks, you could definitely start considering and seeing how you could rank, probably with optimizing your content on your page to start ranking for a keyword like motorcycle insurance Atlanta, or whatever is part of your business strategy on what services you want to push more than others. So again, just to wrap it up, the 3 main things that I've told you is about content. Content is king, both in quality and quantity. You want to think about your Google business profile and optimizing where you show up, as well as being consistent on the information. And then you want to think about building your online reputation and getting this UR number above 20. If you implement these strategies today, you can be #1 across Google. And you can do this by yourself, of course. I'm totally fine with that. You can take any information I provided you and leverage that wherever you want. Or you can decide to be more effective and save yourself some time so you can focus on your core business and give me a call, and we can set up a time to chat. So once again, my name is Becky Liana with Gray Owl Marketing, and my contact information is on this email. You're welcome to reach out to me. I hope you do find this information valuable, and I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great one.